Hey, what's going on, everybody? So if you haven't heard, there's a GoFundMe page to fund Donald Trump's border wall. If you don't know, I'm a liberal, so I'm most of the time quite opposed to the border wall. As you've seen, I thought that the border, but I did put out a video saying build the fucking wall. If you can get the Democrats to get some major things they want, you can get the liberals to get some major things that they want in exchange for this crazy wall. Even though I don't think that wall is necessary at all, I think this offer gets even sweeter for the Democrats, where they get to build the wall, and the people who want the wall get to fund the wall, and no money gets taken from the taxpayer unwillingly. By the way, I think this is how it should be more often, where if you want your road paved, you should be able to have a government version of GoFundMe where you can put money and they can pave road. And if you raise the money and get people to raise the money for that particular road, you'll pave that road. I think that would be more fair than paving the road on the other side of the street, on the other side of the town that you never live in. I think that this is a great idea. Again, if you could create GoFundMe's for roads to pave roads, I think that this could be duplicated over and over and over. Like I said, as a liberal, I'm almost 100% against the law. But I am, people want to give their money to a wall. I am not opposed to that. And I feel like Democrat versus Republican argument's kind of really, really stupid, because I don't have a problem with the wall if the American people that choose to fund this wall want to fund it. I think this is the best idea I've heard yet. For those of you who do not know, last I checked, this GoFundMe page to build the wall has hit $9 million. Now, me personally, I wouldn't give one red penny for this wall. But that's not up to me. This is their money to do with what they want to do with it. If you want to give money to this wall, now the guy who started the page says that it takes $80. Hey man, what's going on? The guy who started this says it takes $80. Hey, I'm all for it. If you want to give your whole entire paycheck to this wall, go for it. I have no problem with it. I don't think it gets any more American than that. And then it becomes a national treasure. There's no doubt that this wall will become an iconic landmark of America. People for years will say whether the wall was necessary or not necessary. I think it'll tell more of an American story than you ever know if it comes to be that the American people, and not with tax dollars, but the American people willingly came off their money to build this wall. I think that's more American than it could ever be. That's more American than how they built Mount Rushmore, the Statue of Liberty came about, the St. Louis Arch. Look, again, I'm a liberal. I'm almost 100% against the idea of building a wall. But when people come off their hard-earned money and say, hey, look, we're going to start a GoFundMe page, we're going to turn it over to the Trump administration, how can you argue with that? And I personally think that there's a huge problem with Democrats in the aspect, because I define myself as a liberal but not a Democrat. I've never voted a straight ticket in my life, and I never will. And I want to make this point real clear. Now, I know you're not going to know who these people are, but Tim Foster is a Republican. He's in my district in Onslow County in North Carolina. I voted for him. Understand? I ran a campaign with Webb against District 6, Harry Brown, 14-year District 6 senator in North Carolina. We lost. But I tell you this, I voted for Republicans quite often in my life. And I voted for Democrats quite, because I think the two-party system is screwed from get-go. People are individuals, and as soon as the second we get off this party line bullshit, we'll do better. Now, the Democrats don't want this wall, period, even if you fund the wall. Now, I'm not encouraging that. I'm not going against that, I'm not. I have no horse in the race. What you do with your money? I could give no fucks what you do with your money. And I am. I look. I'm a liberal. But let me tell you something. Things you won't ever hear liberals say, or according to the media. I like guns. I like guns. I'm a liberal. And most importantly, for those of you who watch my channel, know I'm an activist. And that means I believe in the Constitution and the Second Amendment. No matter what I think of guns personally is protected under the Second Amendment. That conversation is not going anywhere with me as an activist. As an activist, no matter how I feel about guns, I fight tooth and nail for the First Amendment right. So no matter how I really feel about guns, I know the second, because I respect the Constitution, I respect our Second Amendment. I'm not getting into the no bump stock argument because I'm not getting into it. I'm not going against the Second Amendment. As hard as I fight for the First Amendment, which is obviously more important to me and it should be more important to you because it's the First Amendment, the second should be the number two thing. I'm not going against the second. You're not going to get me in that little war. Hey, what's going on? You're not going to get me in that argument. You're only going to get me in the conversation of defending all our amendments. So I'm a liberal and I absolutely love guns. I think guns are cool. I think they're fun to shoot. I'm opposed to bump stop. I'm opposed to putting any regulations. And I used to not be this way. And then it came to me, man, you can't be going against the amendments of the United States of America when you fight tooth and nail for the First Amendment, right? I fight tooth and nail for the First Amendment. You know, I am for no regulations on guns whatsoever. And I'm a liberal. I love the Constitution. I think this is the greatest country in the world, and I don't think our founding fathers were wrong. I don't think they were wrong. Now, I'm opposed to the wall. Let me change what I said, actually. I'm opposed to the wall if you're going to use my tax dollars to build it. If you're going to use my tax dollars to build the wall, get the fuck out of here. Well, let me tell you why we're buffering, folks. We're buffering because I'm doing a 3-hour documentary that's going up, and I hope you've seen the trailer. It's on this channel for that documentary. I did a lot of work. We did 2 audits. I don't know if y'all know what audits are, what kind of audience I got right now. 2 audits. We did 2 audits in this video that's coming out. I put out the trailer already. We did 2 audits. We did 3 cop blocks. A cop block with a state trooper, I might add. A cop block with a state trooper where I actually saved a man from going to jail. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? We saved a man from going to jail. He was inside the cop car, inside the state trooper's car. When we got done, that man got a warning. He was on his way to jail. He was on his way to jail. On his way to jail. And because of the First Amendment, the freedom of press, how beautiful is the First Amendment? How beautiful is activism? This man, which I think it all comes full circle to what we're talking about. This man was a Latino that was getting profiled. I had no clue. In fact, when I came up to the scene, I actually thought that the other person in the car was another officer. There's 2 people in the front seat, but it was really the state trooper was trying to say, I'm your friend. I'm your good buddy. Just tell me you were drinking, right? Just tell me you're drinking. The guy didn't speak no English, right? So the state trooper was trying to get him to not know his rights. He didn't know his rights because he couldn't understand. Now, his wife was in the car. His wife knew the rights, so the state trooper did what state troopers do or what police enforcement do, and he divided them. He took him over and put him in the state trooper's car. And because of that, what we got was no translator, didn't provide a translator, despite the fact that you have to have a translator you have to give them a translator, but he did not do that. And then this guy, she was actually recording, but the state trooper didn't believe that she was recording. So when we showed up with our cameras, when we showed up with our cameras, this state trooper's whole mentality changed. His whole way changed. And he started thinking, I'm about to be famous. I'm about to be famous. So he pulled the guy out of his car within minutes of us arriving at the scene. You're going to see this. It's a 3-hour documentary. It's like 49% uploaded right now because the length of the video is taken forever for it to upload. But if you want to check it out, the trailer for that video is already up. It's already up. So you can check out that trailer. Remember to like this video, like all the videos. Subscribe to this channel and ring the bell. So when that documentary goes live, you'll get the notification. So ring the bell. Listen, thank you for liking. I see you just, and look, back to bringing it all full circle. Anything as far as anything as far as people wanting to use their money with GoFundMe pages, I personally think it's brilliant, right? Because some of us have, let's just say, opinions that are not shared by the majority. But if we're willing to come off our money, that should not matter, right? That should not matter, right? As long as I'm not forcing you to come off your money, I don't see the problem. The wall's not going to hurt anybody, right? Like whether you think it'll work or not, and I personally think the wall will not work. The wall will not work. But what I will tell you this is that if people want to give their money to build this wall, the guy's asking for $80. Hell, man, I don't care if you give him 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Build as much fucking wall as you want. If you want to keep right on getting it around the Gulf of Mexico and you can get the money to do it, build all the goddamn Bob the Building walls you want. It makes no difference to me. She says, hell nah. It would fuck up the view, right? It would fuck up the view. But how can you deny these people the right? How could you deny these rights? How can you deny these people the right to whatever the hell they want, right? Let's start with Canada. We won't go across the Gulf of Mexico, right? Because that'll mess up the view. We'll go up to Canada and America and build a fucking beautiful wall up there. Just don't use my fucking tax dollars. Do not use my fucking tax dollars to build no fucking wall that I don't want, and I know without a shadow of a doubt will not work. It will not work. It will not work. Don't use my hard-earned money. You want to use your hard-earned money? The person who started it is going to keep the money. You know what? I don't think so, because he's a triple vet. He's already raised different money. He's clearly I'm not going to question the man's motives, right? I'm not going to question. First of all, it's raised $9 million. It has enough spotlight on it. It has enough spotlight on it that people are going to know where the money goes. And if it doesn't build a fucking wall, who really gives a fuck? Because we already said the wall's not going to work, right? It's not going to fucking work. But so it's going to only build probably a piece of a wall anyways. It's not going to build the whole damn wall anyways. Now, hey, I don't care if it does build the whole wall. What you do with your money, what you do with your money is your fucking business. And don't forget, hey, look, it's going to put people to work. Now, who's against creating jobs? Let's create some fucking jobs. Now, it's only wasteful spending if it's my tax dollars, right? But if this is people using their money and then creating jobs in the process, I don't see nothing more beautiful. It's going to create a national landmark. Regardless of what you think of it, it's going to be a national landmark. If it's built this way, no, 100% approve of it. You know, it'll make this country money. That's great. But, you know, I think at the end of this, if and there's actually $9 million on a GoFundMe page to create this wall. So I believe Trump is actually going to, if anybody's going to take the money, it's going to be Trump. Let's be honest. No offense to all the people who love Trump, but he's a crooked son of a bitch and he's a piece of shit. And I'm here to tell you, if anybody's going to take the money and not build the fucking wall, it's Trump. I mean, so it is what it is. I'm going to remind everybody to like this video, to subscribe to the channel. Look, if you like professional wrestling, this is your channel. If you like activism, this is your channel. And if you like entertainment, this is your channel. This is full. This is entertainment. And of course, it's media. It's full entertainment media. Listen, I believe strongly in activism. I believe YouTube is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant place that lets people like this guy with the GoFundMe page build fucking walls that don't need to be built. But it's a lot better than me building a fucking wall that I don't want. Because if a bill comes through, if the bill comes through and I have to build this fucking wall with my fucking tax dollars, that's criminal, right? That's fucking criminal. If you don't want the wall and you have to build the wall, that's fucking criminal. And this crime gets committed against every single one of us every single day, right? Every single day we have to spend money on shit that our government does that we don't approve of. Look, I don't really like the idea that I pay for police. I do not like the idea that I have to pay for police to harass and collect and steal my money. Taxes are, I don't even have a problem with taxes. My bigger problem with taxes is if you're going to take my money, at least let me have some say in what I spend that money on. Like, why is it that I have to pay all these road taxes, but the road in front of my house has got potholes in it? Now, if I'm going to pave a road, I want to pave the road in front of my damn house. Right? You know, I like Obamacare. Let's talk about this. I like Obamacare. My biggest problem with Obamacare is that it's federal. And I almost 100% disagree with any federal law because I believe one of the big things about the United States is laws have the chance to succeed. And people also like laws, but the same law other people might dislike. And I think that's what makes America beautiful. So I think Obamacare should have been passed at the state level, state by state by state by state by state. And I think that about every law. That way, if you don't like the law, you can move to states where that law doesn't exist. And if you like the law, you can move to states where that law does exist and still be a proud American. And I think that's what's truly supposed to make our country great. That's why I have a big problem with companies like Walmart, McDonald's, and Hardee's, because maybe you don't like the fact that they've monopolized. I believe that we could put regulations on stuff like that to keep out of certain areas. So if you don't like McDonald's, you can live in an area where it doesn't exist. Now, we know that's not true because we know McDonald's is everywhere. And I think here we go with the word that we heard in 2008, in 2009, in 2010, too big to fail. Here's the thing. They won't tell you until they start failing. If McDonald's goes under, they're going to drag our economy. Our government will have no choice but to bail them out. And we'll on Fox News and MSNBC and CNN, they're going to be saying McDonald's is too big to fail. But we won't worry about that until it actually happens. If Walmart goes under, our government will have no choice but to bail them out. Our government will have absolutely no choice but to bail them out. But we won't worry about that until Walmart goes under. And then on CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News, they will be saying, let's bail out Walmart. Oh, the American people say, where's my bailout? We heard this stupid conversation before with AIG, right? So we get ourselves into these situations all the time, right? If the economy is as good as they say it is, maybe it's time to put regulations on Walmart. Maybe it's time to put regulations on McDonald's. That way we never have to worry about them dragging our economy down when they do bad business. instead of bailing them out and rewarding their bad business, when they get to a point, if we have regulations like they have to stay out of certain areas that don't want them. Now, I don't want to keep them out of areas where people want them, right? But how many times have we seen Walmart move to towns where the people of that town does not want them? How many times have we seen McDonald's move to a town? They run out all the local burger joints, all the mom and pop shops where people do not want them. Bailing them out, as in, remember the AIG bailout? I think it happened around 2010. The auto bailout. Anybody remember that? Nobody wanted, where's my bailout? Where's my bailout? Where's my bailout? I'm glad you brought up smoking. We're not talking about cigarettes, I don't think. Who in the hell, where are these people? Where are these people that don't like marijuana? I have never, I know there's politicians, I know there's police, but where are these people that don't like marijuana? I don't know where they're at. Does anybody know where they're at? Yes, I have a country accent that's beyond belief. There's no doubt about it. I am. I have to tell you something. I hope you continue to watch my channel because I really love each and every one of you. Anybody like marijuana? Well, I don't choose to smoke marijuana because I am an activist and I am commonly in the presence of police, filming the police. I don't smoke marijuana because the police try to illegally search everything I own all the time because I'm an activist, and therefore they think using my First Amendment right is a crime. Like many activists, I've been to jail for the truth. I've been to jail for speaking my mind. I've been to jail for telling people that you have a First Amendment right to record in public. That is your First Amendment right. Look, most of us that are on YouTube, from James Friedman to Tom Zebra, to any of us that you choose to watch, everyone, hey, look, Gavin, that motherfucker's in Mexico. He's been ran right out of his country for telling people their rights. Look, it's not right. It's not right. And so people like me have to make a choice. If I put a joint anywhere around me, the police are going to knock down my door and give me 30 years for a joint. So I have to realize that's not an option, and it's much more important for me personally to tell you your rights. That's what I find more important. It's a priority situation with me because I love each and every one of you, whether you're American, whether you're Chinese, whether you're Asian, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're atheist. Now, I love Jesus Christ, but I tell you this, if you're Muslim, I think the same about you. I love you. And that's what's special to me. That's what's special to our Constitution. I believe that is what the thought was with our founding fathers, right? I truly, truly believe that. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it's not the mentality of some people to protect their neighbor. These are common things put into the Bible. Now, whether you believe in the Bible or not, I think you can support this message. I hope you can. You should love thy neighbor. You should treat your enemy the same way you treat your friend, right? That you should treat a bad person that's done some fucked up shit the same way you treat a good person that done some great stuff. Love one another. So whether you get it from God, whether you get it from the Bible, or just get it from fucking common sense, that let me touch on one thing, because I drop that F-bomb a lot. I cuss like a sailor. I don't got a place in church. But the Bible teaches me that's pretty normal. The Bible says that's what's going to happen. They think because I cuss, I don't belong there. They think that because I'm different, I don't belong there, that I don't have a place there. Well, they're right. If that's how they feel, they're right. My way of thinking, because I read the Bible, and I don't know what book they read, but it said that all of us are sinning, that we are all falling short of Jesus Christ, and that thou shalt not judge. I don't know. That means I shouldn't judge you for being Muslim. I shouldn't judge you for being atheist. I shouldn't judge you because you're black, because you're Asian. I keep saying Asian. People are going to say, what do you got against Asians? I have nothing against Asians. We are all sinners. Whether we're smoking the joint, smoking the crack pipe, or eating a fucking handful of pills. No judgment. But I got bad news for my conservative friends, because it's truly what I believe. You don't like... Now my problem with this is you don't like... I just got to believe that Jesus Christ was a liberal. Because we believe in helping our neighbor. Jesus believed in giving his life for people who didn't deserve it. Right? Now, is there anything more liberal than giving your life to people who don't deserve it? I think that's about as liberal as you can get. But that's just my take. And I tell you what, my best friend, both of my best friends. In fact, I got to get better company, really. Both of my best friends are hardcore Republicans. I need to pick better friends. I'm a flaming liberal. I'm an absolute flaming liberal, and both of my best friends are Republicans. So I guess I need to pick my friends better. I'm just kidding. I love my friends. I really do need to get better friends. Fucking great. So, if you haven't done it already, hit this bitch on Twitter. Hit this motherfucker on Twitter right now. Subscribe to this channel. You got Twitter, you got Facebook, you got Instagram. Put a little fucking picture. Take a picture of it and screenshot this bitch and put us on Instagram right now. Full Entertainment Media. Say, what the fuck are you waiting for? Subscribe on YouTube right now. Full Entertainment Media. Tweet us out right now because we need 1,000 subscribers, right? You notice we don't have 1,000 subscribers. We haven't even hit the 500 mark. So please like us on Twitter. Take a screenshot of this right here. I'll post for you. Ready? There you go. Put us on Instagram. All that other hoopla that I might not be mentioning. What this channel is. There's a trailer up. There's a trailer up right now. By the way, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. What are we going to be doing on Full Entertainment Media? We're going to have a live stream, of course. We're going to be indulging in some fun. And it will be, you can bring in the new year right here on the channel with Full Entertainment Media. Now, if you don't get that chance, I understand. But please subscribe. Tell your friends that it will be an option and that they can watch us. Because we will be out there reporting live as only Full Entertainment Media can do. Not giving you your opinion, but letting you have one. Meaning if you're liberal or you're conservative or you're middle of the road or you're a fucking libertarian or you're part of the Green Party. There's 52 parties, by the way, and only 2 get represented. How fucked up is that? 52 parties and only 2 of them get represented. 52 parties, but most American citizens can only tell you that there's the Democrats and the Republicans. There's 52 parties. You can bring anybody you want as long as they hit the subscribe button. You bring your neighbor, your dog. Your dog got a Twitter account. Look, this is the greatest dog there's ever been right here. I'm waking her up. She hates when I wake her up. She's like, I don't want to be on YouTube. Isn't she great? Have you ever seen? Look, got her little hoodie on. Look, a little Impact Wrestling plug right there. Love me some Impact Wrestling. That's why I got 10 of these shirts. Yeah. See, I'm gonna go get the Impact Wrestling. Y'all come back to Epic. Speaking of Impact Wrestling, Epic actually, yes, I'm saying your name. I am. Looking at me like, what, bitch? Epic is actually named after Impact Wrestling TV show. Yeah, she is awesome. And hold on, hey, I got more dogs to show off. Come here. Sorry about that. False feed. This one's a Yorkie. He's so fucking small. Look at my hand beside the Yorkie. The Yorkie will disappear. Look, bam, Yorkie gone. Somebody keeps sticking his head out. Yeah, boy. You got bad breath. Yeah. So everyone like this channel? Subscribe. You keep saying you'll bring the smoke like you live. Do you live somewhere in North Carolina or something? You do. Okay. Well, how do you feel about cop watching? Like, how do you feel about cop watching? I think you know what I'm going to say next. Oh, you like it. You're into it. Are you in Eastern North Carolina? I mean, we travel. If you watch our channels, you know we go all over North Carolina. And as it becomes financially possible, we're going to go all around the country. It don't matter what town you are. You tell me your town, we're coming to you to do cop watching. You say activism has to happen, we'll go to any town in the United States and bring activism. We're going to bring our First Amendment right from code. Look at that. It looks like it's just my beard catching different light. It makes it look like something's in my beard. I'm using the live stream as a mirror. We're still got our Christmas tree up. Thank you. Well, this is your channel. Tell your friends. Because we got, like I said, we got a 3-hour documentary coming out. There's already it's just basically just the documentary fast forward to hell and back. Like I said, we will come there. We will do activism in every single state in the United States, and that includes Hawaii and Alaska. I will make a point of it. That's the first thing I do when we start touring, is we're going to literally make a point of going to every single state in the United States. And then we can go through Canada and we can smoke because it's legal there and they can't do shit, right? And you can believe it. Knocking over Christmas ornaments. Look at this. A few hundred over here. That was a Christmas tree. I got a couple ornaments over here. I get sidetracked. It's fucking ADD. There's a little mistletoe going on over the doors. Yeah. That's what I do. So make sure you like this video. Subscribe to this channel. All right. I'm probably about to get cussed out. I'm about to go down the hallway. And go fuck with Shay. What y'all think? Y'all think I should go fuck with my girl? She's done covers. She's got covers on the channel. She likes to sing. Y'all think I should go down? Y'all think I should go down and fuck with Shay? Please watch that 3-hour documentary. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the page. It's our daily lives. It's pro wrestling because I'm obviously every day you see me, I'm wearing Impact Wrestling. I love Impact Wrestling. But thank you for being here. I've seen you comment on a couple of my videos, so I'm glad you're here. So we're gonna head down this hallway. All right, here we go. Baby! Baby!
What?
Okay, I'm gonna get out of trouble. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. She's gonna beat my ass. So if you all haven't watched Fat People video, we are cooking deep fried food. we, we had French fries in the deep fryer, egg rolls in the deep fryer, and everything we ate was deep fried. And, like I kept on making jokes like salt, pepper, like I ain't get this way because I eat healthy. So we do everything. But again, tell your friends to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Anybody need a pose? Here it goes. Put this on Instagram, Snapchat. Do what you do. Tell them they need to be here. They need to be watching us. This full entertainment media. We will educate you, and we will damn sure entertain you. So you can make fun of us day in and day out. Come make fun of us. Ring that bell. We gotta. Let's get. I don't know how this is gonna go. I am barefoot, and it is 32 degrees outside, and this motherfucker about to go outside. Probably gonna bitch about how cold it is too. All right, let's switch the camera around. I want to just keep shit interesting, right? All right. I gotta take down my Christmas ornaments. My house is usually decorated. For those of you who never got to see it, I've unplugged stuff because oh yeah, hey, I think this is worth pointing out. I'm gonna try to do this so my tag don't get in this shot. Right here, my bumper sticker. You check this out. It's a Republican judge right here. Republican judge. Now remember, I told you I'm a liberal. This is a Republican judge right here. You check him out. Right? You don't believe me? Republican judge on my bumper. So I think that's worth pointing out. For those of you who don't know, I stood right here during Hurricane Florence, and I donated plate after plate. We stood out in the bottom of my driveway, and we gave food because right down this road, they lost everything they have. Their houses went completely underwater. And yes, I'm going to walk across the roof. They lost everything they have right down the road, and it went underwater. This whole area went completely. This is one of the like just a couple little bit of this is the only section that didn't really go underwater, and I believe that's because I was doing a lot of praying. But so right here, let me see what y'all are saying. I live in Jacksonville, North Carolina, in between New Bern. All right, I don't know if I'm trying to jump over to other pretty good. It knocked out stream right then. But hey, anybody seen the YouTube video where the guy's getting accused for maliciously hitting the crosswalk button? Oh, they got some Christmas music on. I think that's coming out of that car. I'm in Jacksonville, North Carolina. You're looking at a country club, Piney Green, red light. Country club, Piney Green, red light. Pretty famous red light, actually. Oh, fucking hell. So everybody check out that documentary that we're going to be releasing. There's a trailer for it already. It's 3 fucking hours long. And you sit here and listen to me talk, that's going to be much more interesting than that. So if you're going to sit here and listen to me talk, it's much more educational. It's much more fun. It's put together a lot better. You're not going to get all this bad lighting. Okay, there's some bad lighting, but depending on where we're at, a lot of times we're in the car, shit like that. So I really got to quit doing this with my house because I do get the hate mail already. Don't get me wrong. When I was campaigning with Joe Webb, they put a crosshair on my house, threatening my life. So when you start threatening my family, it gets pretty scary pretty quick. But because I feel like I can beat your ass, right? I feel like I can beat your ass, but what can I do if my family's there and I'm not there? And then is that my fault? Then I start worrying about stuff like that. Is that my fault? And it really gets tough, you know? You feel like, is it worth it? And then you have to remember, of course it's worth it. Of course it's fucking worth it. Martin Luther King gave his life. And he certainly did a lot more than I could ever imagine doing. And, you know, for those of you who don't know, I'm greatly inspired by Martin Luther King. And, you know, a lot of activists have done a lot more than I'll ever be able to accomplish. So, you know, all I really do is walk around with a video camera. I don't do those elegant speeches. I just walk around with a video camera. But I definitely see myself as an activist, and I'm not alone. I think Tom Zebra's a part of that. I think James Freeman's a part of that. And I know for a fact that some of those are on the other side of the political aisle. And they're godly. You know, those are great people. They love Jesus. You know, well, I don't know about James, actually. I've never actually heard him say it. I know I've heard Tom Zebra say he loves God. But I know Gavin, who gave up his American citizenship because this tyranny government that we have chased him right out of the country that he was trying to defend. And you know, I know he's a godly man. He talks about God all the time on the stream. So that's really touching to me. Let me tell you, I was talking to my mother, and we started talking about the cop block that's going to be in this documentary. I said this man was going to go to jail for being Latino. And I started crying. Like, legitimately, I started crying, telling my mom, we kept this man out of prison. Well, not prison, jail. We kept this man out of jail. And I know without a shadow of a doubt. And then she emailed me, and she said, thank you for what y'all are doing. You know, it really means something to you. And it really was special to me, you know. It really was special to hear her say, hey, you know, you kept us out of jail. And she took the time to email me, because you'll see in the video I give her my email. And it's a country where our own police beat us half to death. They say protect and serve, and then they collect and harass. That's what they're doing. They're collecting and harassing. They're pulling people over for cracked windshields and going too fast. And then a speeding ticket is not a crime. I'll say it over and over. You want to, unless you hit something, unless you hurt somebody, if there is no victim, there is no crime. I mean, we've heard the battle cries, right? It's how I opened one of my first cop block videos I did here on YouTube. I said, hey man, y'all heard the cries, right? No victim, no crime. There's no victim, there's no crime. That means all the half the laws that they got on law are unlawful, right? Inspection stickers. They pull you over for an inspection sticker. It's against the Constitution of the United States of America. You can't do it, but they do it every day. Every single person that owns a car, that drives a car up and down the road, is got an inspection sticker on it. Because if you don't have an inspection sticker on it, they'll take your car. The car that they say you own, but you clearly don't own, right? You don't own your cars, you don't own your homes, you don't pay your taxes. They take your homes, they take your cars. It's un-American. It's not about as un-American as you can get. And it's everybody is at Target. That is correct. It kind of confused me when I first read that. I was like, everybody's at Target. What are you about to live stream from Target? I thought you were telling me I need to get up to Target. And then I remember there's a delay. So you're responding to something I said a while back. But you're talking about when I had my house in the crosshairs. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, but there's plenty to be happy about. Because at the end of the day, I still think right here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, it's one of the greatest places in the United States. I still think this is the greatest country in the United States. And I still think that there's something worth fighting for. I really do. And I really think we will accomplish it. And I'm not trying to be funny right now, but we will accomplish it with you hitting that subscribe button, with you liking another video, with you ringing that bell so you can get the notifications when I'm doing something a little bit more important than walking around in my driveway with no shoes on when it's 30 degrees, yapping my fucking jaws is only I can do. When I'm up there telling an officer his rights and my rights and telling him you're not allowed to do what you're doing, that's more important. We can do it together. The more times I get enough people to hit that subscribe button, the more I can keep doing what I'm doing. And make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. You people will say what they want to say. But we kept a person out of jail yesterday. Kept a person out of jail that did not commit a crime. And if I don't ever do that again, that made everything worth it. That was a perfect stranger. That was in Pink Hill, North Carolina. It was an hour and a half away from my house. We went up there to do an audit that we never got around to doing. You're going to see all that in the documentary. And I hope you stick around for that, and I hope you watch it. I hope you share it. I hope you put it on every forum you're a part of. I don't give a fuck if you're on pro wrestling forums, because it's pro wrestling heavily oriented just because it features me and I love wrestling. So you put it in the entertainment categories. You put it in the documentary categories. You put it. You join forums. I'm asking you right now to join forums. Post this video that we're going to release, the 3-hour documentary. Join forums and put this video, embed this video on the forum. Please do it for me. Do it for yourself, because I think it's something special. I appreciate it. I really need you to do this for me. I want you to do this. Put it on Twitter. Put it on Instagram. Get us out there. So I'm asking you right now. I'm asking you right now to continue to support, because we will do things that will amaze you, that will make you laugh, that will entertain you. And let me tell you something. Anybody know? Yes, yes. Always for God. Always for God. All credit given to God. All credit is given to God. I get no credit. All credit given to God. Let me tell you a godly story. Let me tell you a godly story. You ready? You ready for Preacher Kent? So yesterday, in the documentary,
yesterday. You will see this when this uploads. I think it's going to probably go live at about 10 o'clock. Again, it's 3 hours, so it's taking a long time for it to go up. In this documentary, we give food to a homeless man. I literally am riding down the road. I see him. It says he's homeless. It says he's homeless. I say, hey, man, what you need? What you want? I said, all I had was my debit card, you know? All I got is the debit card. And I said, what you need? What you want? I said, let me ride you to, Cookout, McDonald's, where you want to go. He said, I got a friend. It's in Moorhead, which is like 2.5 hours away. I said, I'm willing to take you there, man. I'll take you there. Um, he said, nah, I got a ride. I said, well, the convenience store's right here. Let me run up in that store because we're literally sitting in the convenience store parking lot. I said, let me run up in that store and get you something to eat. What you want, anything you fucking want. Money is not an issue, you know? And he just says Reese cups. I run up in the store, I get him something to eat. I get him a little bit more than that, but you'll see that I don't want to reveal everything. But if you watch that documentary, you'll see that we give him everything. You know, we're not rich people. We're not rich people, so we're not rich. And I go to Cookout, card works perfect, and I'm pointing this out for a reason. Go to Cookout, the card works perfect. I go into Cookout to prove that there's a Tea Party flag. I thought that was a little crazy, but I want you to keep with the story. I go into Cookout, and and the card works perfect. So we take my mom her lunch because she's on lunch break. So we take my mom her lunch break, and we give her lunch from Cookout because that's what she wanted. All this is in the video. You're gonna watch all this play out in the timeline that I'm saying. Then she wants McDonald's. Shay, also commonly featured here on the channel. Shay wants McDonald's, so get her McDonald's. We get to McDonald's and the card don't work. The debit card don't work. The lady at the cashier basically implies that we don't have money. We know we have money, but she implies we don't. But we ain't leaving the counter. You know how I'm a little you know how I can get a little hard headed. You know. So we ain't leaving the damn counter. So we just keep standing there. They finally get it that we're not gonna accept the fact that your machine is not broken. You provide a service, and let me tell you, I worked at McDonald's for 5 years, and you'll often hear me talk very highly about McDonald's as a place of employment. Um, which I don't like the corporate aspect of it. I don't like how it's monopolized. We were talking about that earlier, but I do like. I think it's a place where you can be at the very bottom. You can be cooking hamburgers, and you can become a millionaire if you stick with it. I think you can become a millionaire if you stick with anything, to be honest. Um, but I digress. Unless there's corruption. If there's widespread corruption, you're going to be held down. And, that's another issue. But if it's an honest system, you can almost always rise to the top if you fight hard enough. And even if it's not honest, right? We're fighting against a system that's not honest. But I'm ADD and I'm getting off topic. My point is that we end up getting our food for free. And I think this is God, because here we give a homeless man food. We give this man food with money we really don't have to do it. And then less than an hour and a half later, it's paid in double. And I think that's really what God's about. Anyways, like this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and ring that bell so when that documentary comes out, and I think it'll be about 10 in the morning, it might be earlier, but last I looked it'll be about 10 in the morning. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell so when that video releases you'll know it. It's a 3-hour documentary, and find the time to watch it because it'll educate you, it'll entertain you, and I think it's just interesting, regardless if you disagree or you agree with everything I'm saying. Anyways, I love each and every one of you, and I'm praying for each and every one of you every single day. I pray for every audience member I have. I pray for every subscription I get. and I put you in my prayers every single day. Don't think I don't, because I do. God bless each and every one of you.